Hello and welcome back, everyone. So today I got some new panels, my smaller canvases. This one's an actual canvas too, not just the little panel piece. So let's see what I'm going to paint. Alright, so we just started with the sky blue color, blended in. I wasn't going to do much of it because I didn't really need it, and most of the image is going to be green. So just a little bit up top like that, and then started dabbing in just like this really light green color, and then basically just blending it down with different shades of darker greens that I had, down to the darkest green I have. I can't remember what it's called. But either way, yeah, you just blend it all in here. Again, this is just a good example of not doing a lot of detail on the background work because you don't really need it, like the underpainting side. Like there's no clouds in the sky, but the blue, because you don't need it in this particular case. Yeah, and then working on the grassy, grounded area. And just to give a little bit of depth, I add a little bit of brown back here, I didn't want the image to look flat, so adding a little bit down there at the bottom, because there's a trail that goes through this painting, like a walking trail in the middle of the woods. At least that's the idea behind it, that you're just in the woods walking around. Maybe it's probably morning time, based on the colors, and you're just out there having a stroll. I guess I should mention here that this is probably going to be one of the last few paintings I do on the channel for a little bit, other than the other footage I have saved up from other paintings. It's just the big move coming on. I'm not going to have as much time. Like I said in the little video I put up last Saturday or Sunday, literally stating that, hey, it's going to be slowing down for a bit, but I'll be back. But this is going to be one of those videos. It's getting closer to the end. There are some other already uploaded that I haven't released yet because I haven't found a good time to do it. Plus, I've just been busy with other things and making other paintings, so they'll get released. They were recorded before this, so you won't hear anything about them moving coming up. But whatever. I think you'll actually like one of the bigger ones I was working on. It just took me a bit to get all the footage together, but it's up now. I'm gonna release those videos slowly over the course of time. Oh, and I apologize for the janky audio in this video. I was trying to find a good spot in the house to record. I was out in the garage at first, and then which is where I usually record the audio. But the neighbors were out in their garage being loud and obnoxious. Went in the house and ended up going to one of the bathrooms, and that's why it's all echoey in the last couple sound clips. But I'm back out in the garage now, so hopefully I can just finish up the audio out here. Oh, the joys of being a YouTuber, I guess. Trying to find a proper space to do all your audio and whatever else. I don't have a room designated for any of this. It's just kind of do it everywhere. Like the whole idea behind the channel is you can do it even if you don't have the best stuff. But maybe in the future, after the move, if we have like a spare room or something, or just part of the garage, I'll just set it apart as like the sound stage, whatever you call that. The whole YouTube studio thing. Get some of those, egg cartons or whatever. Put them up on the walls. We'll see. I realized here that I need to put a little bit more blue up top, as if the tops of the trees are broken up a little bit, because I kind of just did it a little too uniform. So just literally just putting a little bit more of the blue on there, and then kind of mix it with a little bit more of the green later, just so it looks a little bit better, even though it's just an underpainting. And I probably could have gotten away with it. It was bothering me, so I fixed it. Alrighty, now finally coming to the trees. It was just a mixture of like a khaki color, brown, and black in there, just to kind of give it a little more of a woodsy gray color. Because you actually look at most trees, they're not like brown, they're gray color, right? Although everyone thinks they're brown for some reason. I mean, even as a kid, you know, I'd paint them that way or draw them that way with like crayons or pencils or something. But no, they're generally more gray color. So I just did the darkest gray I could that made it actually look decent. And then I was going to go back later, and you'll see that later in the video. I go over with lighter colors so that way you get your highlights. So you can do it either way. You can do light and then go to dark, or go to dark and go to light. Personally, I think going from dark to light is easier, but that's just me. It really depends. Then again, if you go light to dark, you can just kind of get the basic shape of whatever the thing is that you're painting, and then work in the darks, you know, wherever the shadows are going to be, and you already know the parameters, or you already know the space that you have to work in. So technically speaking, it depends on you, really. I guess that's what I'm trying to say right now. It really depends on you, but it was a fun little project. It kind of reminded me of the bamboo forest one I did. I think I want to redo that one a little bit bigger, with a little bit better technique, like the bamboo forest one. So that way the bamboo stalks and whatever you call them stand out a little bit better. Maybe just do it on a bigger canvas, just because I actually really like that image. But I mean, this one's kind of like a little bit of practice towards that, I guess. Although I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. But now that I think back on it, when I'm doing the audio recordings for this, I guess this could be technically practice for that. But it was a fun little project. It was nothing complicated, nothing hard. It's just, you know, just painting. Now, I really wanted to emphasize depth in this painting, so you know, I could have just left it how it was, but it kind of looks a little weird. So I decided I was going to paint some trees in the foreground, like nice and close to you, so that way it had placement. You know, if you're the viewer there standing on the trail, you had placement in that whatever this little world is. You know, so these bigger trees are closer to you and a lot darker, and you know, you got a lot more details into them later. Like just one here, one there, and those two, technically three over there in the center, but they're all set of each other, so they're not exactly in the same plane, which is more like, you know, if you were walking in the woods, you wouldn't say that. You would see that. Nothing really kind of grows right next to the next thing in this sort of line, unless, you know, we, you know, humankind or mankind put it that way. Like an apple orchard or something. How's that for an idea? Maybe I'll paint an apple orchard next or something. That'd be kind of cool. I haven't done that yet. Oh yeah, if you hadn't noticed, I finally have like an intro graphic thing on my videos, and outro graphic thing. I'm not sure what you call those things, but I don't know. For the longest time I was sitting here like, I don't need them. I was like, just my little like light turning on, you know, little intro speech thing was good enough. But like, I think it looks better now with the little intro thing. I might change it later, but the program I downloaded for it, or the app I downloaded for it, that was the best looking one when it came to like colors and painting look, you know, to it. So we'll see. Yeah. I hope you all like it though. Hopefully it makes the videos look a little bit more official, a little bit better, and a little bit more, I guess, like a standard YouTuber, I guess. I don't know. You can always tell me in the comments section below. So you can see it's a really simple way of doing highlights. It's just different mixtures of those three colors. A little bit of black in there just to give it some darkness, but for the most part, it was just like this gray or brown beige color. So it's not exactly gray, but it's not exactly beige or brown. So it's like a weird off color, but that's what you get when mixing those colors together. And here, I'm just kind of dabbing in well, leaves, like these little leaves off these little branches or whatever else is sticking out of these trees to give it a little bit more depth in place. And the same thing on the ground, like just using the kitty brush to kind of basically run up a little bit of paint here to just suggest that there's grass there. And I found out another technique for it. If I actually just take the little kitty brush and dip it in paint and then just basically pat it on the actual canvas, it does fairly well for making grass lines without having to actually like paint it. Like they take the brush and like pull it up. If I just kind of like hold the brush, or the bristles are facing forward, and I just kind of tap it on the canvas, it makes it look like there's some grass there. I didn't, like, this little painting helped me kind of, I guess, discover that little technique for making grass. So I can do that in the future for other paintings. So I learned something here, right? And here, just doing more highlights. So, all right, so here's a pop quiz. Can anyone tell me where this forest actually is in the world? Or I'm using a reference photo. It's not, I'm not really specifically going off of it very well. I'm just using it as like, okay, here's the basic idea of how I want things to look. So it's not like I'm doing like a point for point like copy like I've done in the past for certain things. But can anyone tell me where this is in the world? You can leave it in the comment section or whatever. You may not figure it out. If not, then I'll tell you later. But I'll give you a clue. It has something to do with Robin Hood. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, all that. Helps me out, helps keep the wife happy. Yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. The move is coming, so it's going to slow down a bit, but we'll still be here. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.